Are you enjoying that pain?
There's no way.
I researched that bit.
You guys need to get up to date with your superannuation knowledge.
But I know it. I know the guy.
Oh, it's fun, isn't it, Alex?
You heard me.
Well, it was humiliating and too hard.
No, it was too hard. It was too hard for me.
That was way harder than I thought it was going to be.
Hello there and welcome back to Bible Streams. This is a podcast all about the Bible. There won't be much Bible streams reading today. We have just finished our atonement series and we're going to take some time to reflect on the year gone by and have a bit of fun. My name's Tim. I'm the producer of Bible Streams and I'm joined, as usual, by the regular three hosts, Chris, Joe and Alex.
The two regulars and Alex.
Two regulars and Alex.
So
yes.
So low.
We managed to buy Alex out of his contract with the worship team, so we've got him here. How are you, gents? You're all good?
Very.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Good. That was Chris was less certain in his answer.
Chris has had less sleep than the rest of us.
Chris has had less sleep, and there's good reason for that because this is the first episode we've recorded since the birth of your second son, Ephraim, which I've been told is the correct pronunciation of it.
That's the one.
Congratulations from all of us here at Bible Streams.
Congratulations. Bible Streams, baby.
I'm sure producer Tim will throw some applause in the background. If not, that'll do.
Well done.
But how are you otherwise?
Good. I mean, actually, my despondency was more related to the score of the cricket at the moment.
Oh, yes, that's very true.
Yes, we are recording during the fifth day of the Boxing Day
Day
test.
5 tea break.
Which Joe has the result on the phone at the moment, and
We're at tea, so
we're at tea. So now you know. Now you know exactly when this podcast has been recorded. So
Maybe by the end of the podcast, we might have won.
Well, we got another 10 minutes, and then the podcast is done because the tea break's over.
This is true.
This is true. It's not true.
Joe, outside of your despondency with the cricket, how are you?
Well, there's been a little else, but the cricket since Christmas Day. No, very well. It's lovely to have a little break. Christmas has been wonderful, and it was a good year. Looking forward to the year ahead. I think it will be an exciting year.
Yes, and obviously, as a key member of our pastoral and preaching team, obviously the series leading up into Christmas, which remind me what the title was again.
God Gave.
Because I thought there were multiple different versions of it, but no, God Gave was the title of it. You can check those out on the River Life YouTube channel if you haven't already. We have all of our messages up there.
And a great series of devotions, most of which written by my co-hosts in the lead up to Christmas.
There you go.
Thank you, gentlemen, for your contribution.
Yeah.
You did a great job. It was awesome.
what
All
you
on our
did,
website too.
Yes, all on the website. Also, what you can find is a great little musical devotion that we did in the last week or so. The song Emmanuel, I believe, by Alex Walker. How are you, Alex?
I'm good, thank you. But this
You're
past
better now.
week, I've been, on death's door.
Yes.
For
For
the riddling flu.
For those of you who have the privilege of following Alex on social media, there was a story that he put up the other day outlining.
I've had a torrid week.
It's been a torrid week. It's been a torrid week.
A spider crawled onto my bed.
That wasn't the worst part.
No. Well, that was almost the worst part, actually.
Was it the same spider that we found on the door?
No, that
before
it
we
was
came
much
into
smaller than that spider that we've just walked past. But yeah,
a spider has taken.
I'm on edge
one of
right now, listeners. I'm on edge.
Just a glimpse into Alex's neuroses this morning.
Just a glimpse.
A neuroses that Chris and I are very glad that you have because it does give us the edge later on.
Yeah. I'm constantly just thinking about, is it going to be in the same spot when we walk out after we're done?
I'm hoping that it's not.
I can
I really
confirm.
hope it is.
I can confirm that when I got my chair before, it had moved ever so slightly, so you might
but
be in trouble.
We can still see it though.
Yeah.
Okay, as long as I know where it is.
Why not?
Why not? Yeah. Okay. So that's all good. Chris, we
Yes.
in our last episode we referenced that we have a giveaway.
We do.
That is ongoing. That I believe when this episode launches, we will be announcing a winner. So congratulations in advance to
Congratulations.
the winner of this giveaway. Do you want to give the listeners more details just in
Do you
case?
want to tell us who the
Well,
winner's going to
actually,
be?
no, I'm not going to tell you who the winner's going to be because when this episode drops, you'll still have something like 18 hours to enter the prize draw. So,
Okay, so it's till midnight tomorrow.
till midnight tomorrow. Yeah, the dawn of the new year is when the draw closes.
Are we going to draw the winner at 12:01?
No, I will be asleep.
Okay.
I will call you and wake you up.
Thank you.
Chris, do it now.
But no, friend of the pod, Gary Schnitger, who we had on again this year for, I think, the second time.
Yes.
Thank you, Gary.
As part of our atonement series. We were talking to him about atonement themes in the Old Testament, and he ran us through some of his work in that area. But he also has a couple of books which are very, very related to that topic, one of which is Torah Story. And in a subsequent episode, we did a little book review of that one, which was great fun, and we all loved it. And Gary was kind enough to give us a copy to give away to our listeners. So all you have to do is go to our social media channels, Instagram, Facebook, X, if you're on there. Go to those channels, find our giveaway post, make sure you're liking and following us, like that post and comment, tag someone in the comments. The more people you tag, the more entries you have to win. One tag equals one entry.
So theoretically, you could enter as many times as you want.
Correct, if you have enough friends.
Wow.
So, Alex...
So that's not possible for
You'll
me.
get like 7 or 8 entries.
Yeah, I get maybe
Where's
max
that?
3 or 4.
Yeah.
But also, Alex is not eligible to enter the draw.
True.
Very sadly.
Because he's a host of Bible Streams. And
you're also only eligible if you live in Australia, because we can only do shipping to Australian.
True.
Sorry to our
addresses.
millions of international listeners.
If you go back and listen to the episode that we recently released of the book review,
Yes.
it is the beginning of a new intermittent and hopefully ongoing series between the lines as we review books. And so if you're listening and you have a book you'd like us to review, send it in. Let us know. Hit us on our contact places. Where
Preferably
Chris has mentioned.
related to the Bible or
Yes,
theology.
biblical and theology
Yes.
books. Yes.
Yes.
Bible and theology is great.
Absolutely. So any of those social media channels or our email address, which is podcast@ripplelifechurch.org.au.
Yes.
that's a good call you make. I was going to suggest
Yeah.
Tomorrow When the War Began.
Ooh, but a good book.
John Marsden passed away
Yep.
recently.
Oh, did he
Very
really?
sad.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, rest in peace, John.
I read all of those books.
So did I.
Good
Sorry,
books.
I have not.
Very good books.
And
But I know
the
of them.
prequels as well.
There you go.
Unfortunately, you won't find a review of that on Bible Streams. I'm sure there's another podcast out there
yes.
that's done a full review, but not us. Anyway, speaking of the book review that we've done, the Atonement series. So we started that back in June. We had, I think, about
Top
12
of the year. Yeah.
top of the year, top of the
financial year.
top of the financial year. Unless you live in the UK for some reason, where your financial year starts in April for whatever weird reason
write
that
that down.
I discovered the other day.
Save that for later. Yeah.
Highlights from the series. Obviously, we had Dr. Gary back on, but we covered a lot of themes, a lot of different elements of the atonement.
My highlights were
yeah.
when I was here, I think.
Yes.
So I can vividly recall the few occasions I was here. No, in all seriousness, I thought it was awesome. Highlights for me, just a general one, is I think this is probably a series that, at least in my time on Bible Streams, a type of series we haven't really done before, where it's more...
Spicy.
Yeah, and I was going to say theology based.
Just contested.
More contested, and it was good to have.
Yeah, because it is one of the
History
few.
and
It is one of the few series where it hasn't been, we open up a book of the Bible and
that's
we
kinda what I
dissect
meant,
it from
yeah.
start to finish. It's more a broader discussion on a biblical concept.
Yeah, definitely. Which
Yeah.
made me expand my horizons a bit, think a bit, from other people's perspectives and stuff like that. So yeah, that was a highlight for me, hearing the diversity of opinions, and yeah,
Yeah, it's difficult to get you three to agree on something.
I think it's good that way, right?
Don't know.
Well, I
Yeah,
was going to
we
say, I
don't.
think my highlight was the debates we had at the coffee pot before each episode.
So the hour
What
we
can we
spent
put on
before
air?
we started recording, yeah.
I actually just appreciated the chance to read pretty deeply on a bunch of topics that normally kind of just don't get time to. So, spending
Yeah,
a
true.
good 5 or 6 hours reading deeply on amoraldianism was like, who gets to do that any other time? So, what's not to love about that? That was one of my highlights. So just the legwork behind the scenes, lots of stuff interesting to read, which a lot of it doesn't actually get in the episodes in the end, because you kind of have to synthesize it all together. But great just reading
tucked away
Abelard
up here.
and Aquinas and all these
Well,
guys.
I mean, the stuff that was recorded at the coffee pot, obviously, we didn't record. So
No.
we're working on it for next year. But
Behind the scenes.
Constantly recording.
Yeah.
I did like talking to Gary. I think he has such a great way of engaging you with the Old Testament, and just I actually don't remember what exactly he said, but I remember him saying something very
Feelings.
pithy that, like, I was like, oh, damn, that's a good one. And I'll have to go back and listen to it again.
Yeah.
But that was an enjoyable conversation.
Yeah, great. Any other highlights from
What about
on the table?
Favorite model? Now that we've done the whole
Ooh.
thing, and this is not. I know we talked about it being a mosaic and things like that, and so that's how.
Oh yeah, but to clarify,
That's a party line.
favorite, not as in
Aspects.
the one we most support, but the one we most
Which one did you
the one we
enjoy?
most enjoy, and I'm also talking about atonement model, not just supermodel or favorite model, atonement model, favorite.
Damn,
atonement
Alex,
model.
that's my answer for that one.
I thought that's what Chris was about to ask.
I wasn't going to go there. The one that I enjoyed learning about the most was scapegoat.
Cool.
Mostly because it's largely impenetrable, and for that reason, I think it's not usable.
Yeah.
But it was good
it's
to read.
interesting.
But it was,
Interesting.
it was good to read.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably for me, the most satisfying one to learn more about was recapitulation, I think. Because I knew Alex was going to say it. I wanted to say it before him because he has no original ideas.
That's crazy.
No, for me, that was by far the most.
Recapitulation right there.
Yeah, you're right.
Can Alex make a chiasm out of
To
his answer?
recapitulate, Joe, my answer is also recapitulation.
Right.
Nailed it.
Yeah,
Great.
I loved it. Yeah.
Great. We're going to take a quick break while we prepare for the next part of this episode, which the guys have been studying long and hard for. During the break, we're going to have a highlights reel of the Atonement series.
Particularly from the Reformation on, as a more consolidated sense, is that that makes the most sense of what the people at the time would have needed and experienced, and particularly for the early church under Roman rule and that kind of thing. This idea that I'm not so worried about my individual sin, but corporately as a group of people who follow God, we are being oppressed, that bad stuff is happening to us, and whatever the cause, we need to be liberated from this. And so there's a certain element of that was the understanding right through, but when kind of hit that modern era and we hit the Enlightenment, it changes from this corporate to individual issue. And so I think that's what they're regathering post kind of that the 1800s and all that happened in that kind of industrializations period.
The root of the tree is Adam initially. Well,
Yes,
it is a root.
Yep.
And then
He's at the base of the tree.
he's at the base of the tree, the head of humanity. From him, all humanity and humankind comes. And so all the new shoots that are sprouting out today are still, new life coming into the world, things like that, the branches, etc., generations through history, all of us. That's humanity, that's the tree. But the main problem here is that root is rotten because of Adam's fall in the garden. And so that has a consequence for the whole tree. Even though the tree is, still all humankind, its root is rotten, so that affects the whole tree. And so then in Irenaeus' thinking, and in the recapitulation model, there's actually an even deeper root than Adam, which is Christ, who is the original root, and quite literally described that way in biblical language as both the root and the branch of David. So he can do everything.
There's a sense in which, when we read through the ritual standards, anybody can become ritually impure at any time. So there's even the fact that people don't know sometimes if they're ritually impure. And that's the real dangerous thing, Chris, behind all this, because let's say there's a very devout Israelite family. Well, they're going to be in jeopardy if their neighbors are not devout. So that ritual impurity can build up in the community, and it's all community. It's not about individuals. So the people are a part of God's people, and so they are in need of something to help them with ritual impurity, because when we're talking about sin and righteousness, that's probably on the more personal side, even though it is, again, still a collective standard.
I think there is a reformed response to this idea of, the fairness. What does it say about God's love if some are chosen and some are not? And I think even Calvin, there's a quote from him. I'm trying to find. I didn't write down the quote, but it says something to the effect of, Christ's death was sufficient to offer reconciliation to all. And that is an expression of his love, even if ultimately only the elect benefit.
Yeah.
And that sort of, is a way of preserving his sovereignty.
So that was a highlights package from our Atonement series.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Well done, Tim. That was so good.
Yeah, so good.
I love that.
So good. Yes.
I don't remember any of that.
I know. It's so good.
They were all my highlights.
Yeah, they're all great highlights. Great highlights. Anyway, we are now going to change gears a little bit. What's become a bit of a tradition on the Bible Streams NDV episode, because again, this is the one episode where I, as a producer, effectively get free reign on the topic.
I regret this decision.
So last year, you boys may remember that we did a little bit of a quiz. This year, we're going further into the quiz. I need to be careful about what I call this because I don't want to.
This is copyright issues.
I don't want.
Is
I
it
don't
a
want to
difficult quiz?
I don't want to cause copyright with
tough quiz.
with the show format that I have completely ripped off for this. So it's time for Let's Play Difficult. To run you guys through the format of this quiz. So a couple of weeks ago, I asked each of you gentlemen to pick 2 topics. One that is church biblical based, one that is secular based. The objective of this is to test your knowledge on your discrete areas of knowledge, plus also to help our listeners get to know you three as hosts better. The format
is.
the format of these sections will be: each topic will have 5 questions. The person whose subject it is will have the opportunity to answer the question first. If they get it right, it's 5 points. If they get it wrong, it's negative 5 points. If the person whose subject it is gets it wrong, the opportunity will then open for the other 2 to steal the question. If they get it correct, it's 10 points. If they choose to steal the question but get it wrong, also negative 5 points.
Okay.
I didn't realize that. If you try and steal and you get it wrong, it's negative 5.
Yes.
Wow.
Oh, I'm just not going to steal then.
So if you steal, you better be confident about what it is.
Nah, but the
can't see how
upside
you-
on that is much better because
Sure.
potential plus 10.
Yeah, but
Exactly.
Risk reward.
Is that how long? Okay, let's
It
see.
is a
I
risk
mean,
reward.
it's as if you had a high risk super portfolio.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't wait for that round. At least
Yes.
I got the reference.
So,
Good start.
so the topics that have been selected by Joe, Chris, and Alex are known only to them and me. The other 2 do not know what the topics are. I also selected topics of my own. I gave 1 of each category. The guys have known for the last 48 hours, so they've had a chance to do a bit of research. So hopefully there's a bit more equilibrium in terms of the ability to answer questions in those categories. But without further ado, we're going to start with Joe's biblical topic, revivals of the 20th century.
Oh, dear.
To be fair, shouldn't we all know this? We did an episode on that.
so obvious.
Alrighty,
Okay.
question 1. The beginning of the Welsh revival in 1904 is attributed to a meeting in February 1904 where Florrie Evans is quoted as having said, "I love Jesus Christ with all my heart." The meeting was part of a conference with the theme of deepening loyalty to Christ, arranged by which Methodist preacher?
I'm going to go with Evan Roberts.
Incorrect.
Dang it!
Opened up to Chris and Alex.
Buzz.
Chris.
Just to say Hugh Jones because that's the most Welsh name I can think of.
Incorrect.
Very, very well named.
Alex, do you want to have a crack to go 15 points clear
You know
after
what?
question
I'm
1?
in the lead right now. And I think
You are.
I might just leave.
It wasn't Evan. I know it's the other guy, but I can't remember his name. So I had to answer something.
I'm going to... No.
No?
Yeah, I'm
okay.
all good.
Correct answer, Joseph Jenkins.
Oof. Okay. I did not study at this
Doesn't
level.
sound super Welsh.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Question 2.
This is horrifying. I did not study at this level.
Come on, Joe. You can do this. You can do this.
Question 2. Seth Joshua, a prominent leader of the Welsh revival, was invited to preach at a youth rally in Newquay, following his prayers for many years for God to give him Wales. What was Seth's public prayer during an early morning meeting during this rally?
If you could see Joe's face, by the way.
He's got no idea.
Well, there's no point in me trying to answer because I'm going to lose more points.
You got to recite the entire prayer.
On the grounds that my Welsh is terrible, I'm going to say I don't know the answer to that question.
Okay, I will give you a hint. It is in English.
Hopefully that clears it up.
It's obviously short enough for you to be able to repeat.
Is it a
on
one
air.
sentence kind of thing?
Yeah,
Yeah, I know. Oh, come, Lord Jesus.
incorrect.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Chris, Alex, do you guys want to answer?
You know what? I think I might
Yeah?
abstain.
Abstain? Yeah. You have me there.
Oh, I hope your questions are as hard as these.
I think
This is
I'll
not the level.
I think I'll join Alex.
Okay. The answer is, "Oh God, bend us."
Oh, there you go.
Could have got that.
Well, yeah.
All right.
So good of you.
This is not looking good for you, Joe.
No, it's not.
Do they get progressively harder as well?
I actually don't know.
Oh, goodness.
Okay. Away from Wales now.
Oh, goodness.
We're at Azusa Street.
Good. Okay. I'm a little bit better.
Hopefully your knowledge of Azusa Street is better.
Well, I thought it was, but who knows?
Okay, question 3. William J. Seymour was forced to relocate his regular meetings in March 1906 after being locked out of the Los Angeles church he had been preaching in. 5 weeks later, on the 9th of April 1906, the Azusa Street revival began in the house of Richard and Ruth Asbury, where Edward S. Lee spoke in tongues for the first time. This house was located on which Los Angeles street?
It wasn't Azusa Street because it was the house where the veranda collapsed because there's so many people there. But for the life of me, I can't remember the name of the street.
But at least you've ruled out one. You know it's not Azusa, so don't.
Because that was the old stables in Azusa Street where they actually met. All I'm doing is now just kind of padding to show that I do know something about this because I don't know this answer. I don't know. I had to answer because otherwise I'll lose a point. Peach Street.
Incorrect.
Ooh,
Chris, Alex?
No.
no, don't know that.
North Bonnie Bray Street.
Bonnie Bray was the name of there's a whole retirement village thing anyway.
Oh,
after that.
okay.
Dang it. This is not going well. I'm minus 15. This is good.
Don't worry, we might be drinking this.
Question 4. Following the meeting which began the Azusa Street revival, Seymour shared Lee's testimony and preached a sermon which led to 6 more followers speaking in tongues, including Jenny Moore, who would later become Seymour's wife. Which passage of scripture was Seymour's sermon based on?
I'm going to go with of Pentecost, Acts 3.
Incorrect.
No, okay.
That's what I would have guessed, so I guess I can't guess now.
Chris, do you have an answer?
No.
No.
You thought about it that time, though.
It was Acts 2, verse 4.
Give him a half point. He's on negative 19 and a half.
Negative 20.
Negative 20.
I'll say, it's all right. That's all good. It's all good.
Okay.
Let's see if I can redeem myself at any level.
Final question for your section.
Give me something on Jesus people.
We're looking at the Jesus movement now.
Toronto,
We're looking at the Jesus movement now.
Oh, no.
Okay.
You got this.
Explo was an event held in 1972 involving leaders such as Bill Bright and Billy Graham and was one of the major events to stem from the Jesus movement. Which stadium was this event held at?
There's not that many stadiums in the world, Joe. You should get this.
I can't hold it together.
A lot in the US.
Well, there's a lot, and I'm assuming it's going to be somewhere in Southern California.
It was in the United States.
Thank you for that.
Do you need the original name or its now corporate name?
At the time of the event, there was no corporate name attached to this stadium that I know of.
I'm assuming it wasn't Amy Semple McPherson's temple either. I'm going to go Los Angeles Stadium.
Incorrect. Chris, Alex.
I really hope yours are really hard.
I'm gonna stay out of this one. Just maintain the lead.
Yes.
Chris, you abstaining as well?
Go on, Chris, have a go.
You will be in second place regardless.
I mean, is it just because you didn't say it? Like, I think it is the Olympic Stadium because the Los Angeles had the Olympics in the earliest 20th century as well.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Is it the Olympic Stadium?
Incorrect.
Come on.
Yes. It was the Cotton Bowl Stadium in Dallas.
Cotton
Bowl
in Dallas.
In Dallas.
Okay, well.
So the end of Joe's round.
Score update, please.
Minus 50. No, minus 25.
Yep. Alex is in the lead with 0.
Come on.
Chris is in second with negative 10. Joe is in third with negative 25. Joe, I'm actually kind of disappointed.
I'm disappointed at how obtuse those questions were. That's horrible.
Cricket update. Just got a wicket.
Oh,
Let's go.
Cricket update for those who are listening live.
And score update. I'm winning.
All right.
I'm feeling great about this.
Well, I'm feeling.
Now,
I'm hoping that yours are as hard as mine.
I hope that I've done my research enough to make the difficulty equally.
Well,
across the
here we
board.
go.
They're not hard, they're difficult.
Sorry.
Yeah. This
true.
is
Difficult.
That was difficult.
This is Let's Play Difficult.
Well, I'm worried about my other topics now, just to be honest.
Yeah.
All right.
Likewise, actually.
Chris, your topic, the Roman Empire in the 1st century.
I feel like this is a good equal opportunity topic.
It is.
Most of you boys should know
I
something.
did just read a book on this.
We're just such nerds. That's all.
Okay.
I picked this because it's very similar to my secular one, and I just wanted to have like economies of study, and then I proceeded to do no study. So.
This is true. I can verify that Chris picked this topic, and then when I asked him for a secular topic, no, it was the secular topic he gave first.
Emperors of the early Roman Empire is my guess.
Close.
All right, Chris. Question one. On the cross that Jesus was crucified on, an inscription, which translates roughly to Jesus the Nazarene, King of the Jews, was written in Latin, Greek, and Hebrew. Which 4 letters represent the initialism of the Latin inscription?
INRI.
Correct.
I think it's Jesus Nazaretum Rex Judeorum.
Something along that. For those listening,
can confirm these are not the same level.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy one.
Can confirm.
It's often portrayed in Greek too.
Yeah, it is.
And you get an Aramaic run out of it. But anyway, yeah.
Okay. Joe, you okay? Just checking in?
Fine. Yeah. Fine. Okay. Just really enjoying the cricket right now.
Yeah, cool.
Question 2. The Great Fire of Rome, which began on the 18th of July 64, I nearly said 1964, but no, 64 AD.
Different fire.
Different fire. Was blamed on the Christian community by Emperor Nero and was the catalyst for the empire's first persecution against the Christian church. How many of the 14 districts of Rome were deemed to be destroyed by the fire?
Ooh. Are you pretending to know?
No, I don't know.
Chris has no idea.
Do you know?
No, I'll be guessing.
I'm not going to give it away.
It'd be a few. I'm going to say 9.
Incorrect. Joe, Alex?
On the grounds that I'm already losing, it's probably not worth it.
I think I might just, no.
Okay.
I'm all good.
But I could
You're
get
good?
10 points, but then minus 30 is also unattractive.
Yeah.
Okay. The answer's 10.
That was my second choice.
That's very
You were
close.
close. You were close.
Very close. Unlucky.
All right. The eruption of Mount Vesuvius in 79 resulted in the destruction of several Roman settlements, including Pompeii and Herculaneum. Which British artist released a song in 2013 inspired by this event?
Oh,
There's no way. And the fact you can't think of it
no,
either.
but I know it. I know the guy. Oh, what's his name?
Be careful, we don't want a copyright strike.
And it's not. It's a band.
Yeah,
Isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Good.
But I think it's just one guy.
It's a British artist.
it's one main guy.
Yeah.
Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah, look, I
you
think
might need
I
a
think you
place.
probably had long enough. I think
Bastille.
It's got it.
correct.
Well done.
Definitely
Well
not as
done.
hard as mine.
Well done.
Definitely not
Yeah,
as
that
difficult.
one was easy.
I'm like, it's something else historical, but it's not Roman.
Well done, Chris.
Thank you.
All right. Question 4. Natural history is a Latin work considered to be the largest single work to have survived from the Roman Empire to the modern day, and included 37 books organized into 10 volumes covering topics such as astronomy, mathematics, geography, and horticulture, among others. The first 10 books of this work were published in 77 AD by which Roman author?
77.
77 AD.
Was it Pliny the Elder?
Correct.
Yes.
Well done, Chris. That's very good.
Did that satisfy the difficulty?
No, I knew that one too.
Okay.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I don't think I wouldn't have thought of that.
Chosen
Wow.
the early Roman Empire.
All right, Chris, your final question.
That was very impressive.
And to
guys.
potentially take the
Well
lead.
done, Chris. Awesome work.
The Book of Revelation, the final book of the New Testament, is the only apocalyptic book in the New Testament canon and occupies a central place in Christian eschatology. The dating of the authorship of this book is generally considered to be attributed to the reign of which Roman emperor?
Well, this is controversial because I said 1st century and some people put it in the 2nd century. So,
The sources that I have...
but most
Actually, no, I'm going to say
but
something.
most often it's Diocletian, I would have said.
Incorrect.
Ooh.
At least,
I'm not sure I want to.
at least according
Yeah.
to my source, which may well be disproven.
I think you should go, Alex, because even if you get it wrong,
That's
You're still
that's
gonna be in
the
first
that's
place.
that's the late that's the critical consensus, I thought. But anyway, that's,
but if it was a 1st century dating, who would it have
okay.
been? Because that's the later dating. So he set it up right. If it was,
Well-
if it's a 1st century dating, who is it?
okay, all right.
Yeah, this may be the most
wanna go,
controversial
Joe?
question of the ones
I
that
can't
I have.
afford to lose
All right,
any
okay.
more points.
I'll say Nero.
Incorrect.
Okay.
No, because
Nero's earlier.
I know he's earlier, but I can't think of the one.
No,
The answer-
I think I screwed it up. Is it Domitian?
It is Domitian.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Was it-
And
was
that was an
Domitian's
exception.
after Nero, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But not directly after. Is there one in between? Anyway. You'll do it on your secular one.
Caligula. Is or is he before Nero?
No,
I
I think
can't
he was
remember.
after.
No.
Anyway.
Doesn't
All right.
matter.
That's the end of Chris's round.
Yeah, no,
Uh,
I've screwed it up. I've just gone with the wrong D. Diocletian's actually much later.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, he was
right,
much
right up
later.
with
Yeah.
Near Constantine. Yeah.
Anyway,
Oh, well, missed opportunity.
he still persecutes. I'm at a flat 0 though. No, right?
You're a -5.
Oh, what?
Oh, you got the last one wrong. You
got
got
it
back
wrong.
to 0. You got
Oh.
2 right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yep.
Chris, if it helps, I'm also on -5.
Yep.
Cool, cool,
So Chris
cool,
and Alex tied for the lead on -5. Joe still on -25.
Unlucky.
This is
Actually, I'm not going to speak.
this is much more
This is
difficult
down
than
my-
I thought it would be.
Well, it's a difficult quiz.
Okay.
Well, that's why I said it's more difficult.
I didn't pick up on that. Well said.
Alex, your topic is Ezekiel.
Yeah. Which I actually don't know that much about, except for like 3
I
chapters.
hope it's like what size sandal did he
Could
wear?
have seen that one coming
It
too.
should be.
Question 1. The book of Ezekiel records visions of the prophet Ezekiel exiled in Babylon during the 22 years from approximately 593 BC to 571 BC. How many visions are recorded in the book?
Oh, you just said everything that I about know about the book. How many visions are recorded?
How many visions are recorded in the book of Ezekiel?
I would just say 3.
Incorrect.
Okay.
Joe?
I'm not answering anything. I'm going to lose more points.
No, I think
No.
I don't know.
Nope. The answer is 6.
Okay. Does it have what they are?
Did not know
doesn't
that.
matter. It's too
No,
much
I
time.
didn't record that detail.
Yeah. I think it's probably including the synax, like the prophetic things as visions.
So, does that make you feel better?
Yeah, a little
Yeah,
bit.
good.
A little bit. Okay. Question 2. The theology of Ezekiel shared many ideas in common with Deuteronomists. However, which key aspect of his theology is in marked contrast to these writers in relation to the area of sin?
Yeah. Come on. Feels fun, doesn't it? Are you enjoying that pain? That slight churning in the center of your being?
Okay, well, I don't really know how to phrase this, but
Just
I'd say,
say it like a prayer. You know?
just a quick one-word, four-word
Just
prayer.
one
thing.
line prayer.
I would say the Deuteronomistic authors' sin was very blessing and curse based, very
Transactional.
transactional based.
Hey,
whereas
whoa,
Ezekiel,
Oh, I feel sorry for the guy.
well, I was saying that. Whereas Ezekiel introduces the idea of restoration and imprinting a new covenant onto the hearts of the people.
Not the answer I was looking for.
Dude, but Deuteronomy's a new covenant as well.
Joe, what did you want me to say? What would you have said?
Lord, bend us.
Why don't you answer then? Come on.
No way. I got too many points lost.
Do either of you want to answer?
No.
Okay.
Negatory.
So Ezekiel introduces, well, not introduces, but is part of the emerging,
Alex. It's okay.
the emerging notion of individual responsibility to God, compared to the corporate responsibility that is. It is.
I personally just don't agree with that, but fair enough.
No, that's a fair call, I reckon.
Fair.
Oh, it's very much about
It's
the
fair
covenant
call.
people.
Did he lose 5 points for that?
He did.
Fair call, I reckon. Yeah.
Fair call as in he lost points, or fair call as in
Whatever.
This is fair for the way I treated you. Okay. This is completely justified.
Okay.
Oh,
Question 3.
Have I got one right yet?
No.
Have there only been 2?
Yes.
That makes me feel a little better.
there's still time.
There's still 3 to go.
While describing God's promise that the people of Israel will maintain their covenant with God when they are purified, he is critical of the nation in exile. What does Ezekiel posit as the primary reason for God's Shekinah leaving his city and his people in chapters 8 through 11?
I'd love to know what your source is.
I will not disclose it because
The presence of God in chapters 8 to 11, the second temple vision, the first temple vision, leaves because of the multiple abominations occurring in the temple, which are very idolatry based. But the general answer is sin and rebellion on the part of the people, the stiff-necked, obstinate people.
I will give it to you on the basis that you reference the word idolatry.
Okay, thank you. Do you want me to name them? There's the sun worshippers, the women weeping at the idol of Tammuz.
The answer I had was
Okay.
the worship of gods other than Yahweh.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
I will
So
take
I will give it to you on the basis that you mentioned the word
Yeah,
idolatry.
Yay.
Tinder applause.
Yay.
Still not at 0 though, right?
No.
No.
Okay, question 4.
Enjoy it.
Ezekiel 3:15 mentions that Ezekiel and his wife lived with other exiles from the kingdom of Judah during the Babylonian captivity. Which modern location's name was influenced by the name of the town Ezekiel lived in during this time?
I feel like I actually might have read about this, but I'm not going to recall. So let's guess somewhere vaguely in the area.
This you should be good at.
Yeah. Well, it's a pretty big area.
Yeah, this is you. This
is like virtual GeoGuessr. Like just picture it in your head.
Google doesn't cover this area of the world. It's not a GeoGuessr. No, I'm just going to pass. I don't know.
All right. Well, your answer's incorrect.
Thank you. I wasn't sure about that.
Joe, Chris?
I'd like to just talk to Chris about it and not answer it, but...
Like, is it a trick question? It's not the same location in modern day. It's a different.
But the modern name's influenced by that. No, I think it's nearby.
That's what.
Isn't it? Kibar is the place where they
didn't necessarily say nearby, but it's the question implies that the place is in a different.
Well,
location.
it's not just Kibar, is it? That'd be tough.
But what's the modern place name, right?
Yeah, true. Kabul.
That'd be the closest Kibar in Kabul.
Well, it's still pretty far away.
Well, I mean, you've already answered and you were incorrect.
Well, we're brainstorming
because I have a feeling
that's what I will say.
I think
Kabul?
Kibar and Kabul.
I think it's somewhere in America that's taken its name.
But
I'm not.
What's minus 30 points?
I'm not going to give an answer.
Okay. Well, yeah, Joe, your answer's incorrect.
Dang it!
The answer.
At least I had a crack at it.
The answer, Tel Aviv.
Okay.
Tel Aviv in Israel.
So nowhere near the place. Okay.
But what's the name that's influenced it?
Tel Aviv.
No.
Yeah.
Which, in the NIV version, if you read the NIV version, it actually reads as Tel Aviv.
What am I on? So negative 15 again?
Negative 15.
I'm on negative 30.
Okay.
Right.
That's true. Thanks, Joe.
Oh, boy.
Is there another question or is that all?
Yeah. You got one more. God. But based on your answers to the last ones, I fear that you're not going to get this one.
Hit me.
In the 1994 film Pulp Fiction, directed by Quentin Tarantino, Jules Winfield ritually recites what he describes as a biblical passage before he executes someone.
I've never seen Pulp Fiction.
While the first two sentences of his speech are fabricated from various biblical phrases, the final two sentences are similar to the actual cited passage from which chapter of Ezekiel?
Oh, I don't know the chapter. Oh, maybe I do.
Okay, so sorry, can someone just give me a bit of context? This guy kills people in the movie and he recites a passage from Ezekiel before he does it.
I believe he does it on three separate occasions.
Yeah, he does.
Well, I can probably narrow it down to a part of the book and just take a stab. The judgy bit.
Is that just one part?
I had a poster with this on. I'm trying to remember the number.
Maybe it's like the King of Tyre bit. Yeah, let's try that. Chapter 28.
Incorrect.
Nope.
Joe, Chris.
I just don't know if I want to lose more points.
I couldn't say
can't come back.
Do you know the verse, Joe? What's the verse?
No, and you'll know my name is the Lord when I lay my anger upon thee.
I don't know what chapter.
I think it's 48, but it could be 38.
That's the final chapter. Really?
Well, yeah.
38's Gog and Magog. It could be that.
Yeah. But I don't know if I want to answer it though because I'm already hemorrhaging dignity and points.
If you needed to pick between the two, I would recommend 38.
Yeah. I don't know.
Gog and Magog sounds right.
Yeah. It could be 42. That comes to mind. I don't know. It's probably better that I don't.
I don't think it's anything after 40.
Yeah. I will abstain.
Okay.
Are you abstaining as well, Chris?
Yep.
25.
I was in the right. I was picking between 20 and 30.
Ezekiel something.
You were close.
He quotes it as Ezekiel 40 something.
I think it's 25:17 is what he quotes it as, or something along those lines. I can't remember the exact verse reference,
update.
but chapter 25. At the end of Alex's round, Chris is in the lead on -5. Alex is in second on -20. Joe is on -30.
Yes.
So basically, if I didn't count negative points, we'd all be equal on 0. But good thing I included negative points. All right.
Nice.
Gentlemen.
Don't know how well I do as a front runner.
It is time for my round.
Oh, no.
My first round. You have whiteboards there.
Okay.
All of these questions are multi-choice, A, B, C, or D.
Oh, that's good, though.
So we just write A, B, C, D, and then
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
You can write E as many times as you want.
The topic, as you all should know already, is the disciples of Jesus.
Oh, and I did not study at this depth.
Neither.
Question number 1. Who was the first of the 12 apostles to be called to follow Jesus? Was it A, Peter, B, John, C, Andrew, or D, James, son of Zebedee?
I'm pretty confident.
Do you all have answers?
Yes.
All right, show your answers. Okay.
Andrew.
Oh, yes.
You have
C.
all
I
gone
thought so.
C, and the correct answer is C.
Great. I knew he was a disciple of John the Baptist first. I think,
Yes.
so did someone get
It
to
is-
Jesus before Andrew?
No, because
Okay.
Andrew introduced Jesus
Peter.
to
Peter,
To
yes,
Peter.
but
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah, but Andrew was called first. Question 2. Who was the only married apostle?
Oh, it's all downhill from here.
Is it A, Peter, B, John, C, Andrew, or D, James, son of Zebedee?
Why are you guys writing so fast?
You all have answers?
Yeah.
All right, show your answers.
Oh, dear.
Okay. Chris and Joe have gone A. Alex has gone D. The answer is A, Peter.
Yes, I'm redeeming myself.
I didn't know that. Who's he married to?
His
Don't
wife.
know.
But
his
his
But
mother-in-law
his
got sick,
mother-in-law
though.
gets,
Yeah.
Oh, his
gets a
mother-in-law.
shout.
His mother-in-law got
okay.
sick. That's the
And
only.
healed by Jesus.
That's sneaky. Well done.
Yep,
I've
that's
never
the only.
noticed that before.
That's the
That's
only
cool.
way we know that Peter was married.
Very cool.
Well done, Chris.
Because he had a
High fives.
mother-in-law.
Come on. Yes. Taking it back.
Okay. Question 3. Of the 12 apostles to hold the title after Matthias' selection, John is considered to be the only disciple that died of natural causes. Which island was he exiled to prior to his death in Ephesus? Was it A, Crete, B, Ithaca, C, Patmos, D, Syros?
We're all pretty happy.
I'm just worried now.
Good.
All right, answers.
Enjoy
gentlemen.
that fear.
Answers, gentlemen.
Patmos, right?
I
You've
chose C,
all-
Patmos.
You've all answered C, and C is correct. Patmos.
I get confused. You know, like Captain Cook he was exiled to one as well. Napoleon went to one, and I get them all
Captain
mixed
Cook.
up.
I don't think Captain Cook
Oh
was
no,
exiled
sorry,
to an island.
he got eaten by cannibals on an island.
No,
I mean,
think he
there's-
got speared.
Did he?
Yeah, in
It was
Hawaii.
Well, they did.
No, it's Hawaii.
They may have ritualistically consumed his bones after. the
Yeah,
fact.
right.
Oh, I'm feeling good. Feeling very good.
This could well be a tiebreaker
Come on.
for the round.
Is this number 5 already?
This is question 4.
Oof.
Judas Iscariot agreed to hand over Jesus to the chief priests in exchange for 30 silver coins.
I thought that was going to be the question.
30.
So I know that.
30.
While it is unclear what type of coins were used at the time, scholar Donald Wiseman suggested that they may have been Tyrian shekels, which weigh about 14 grams each and are about 94% pure silver. The estimated current value in Australian dollars of the
I knew it in US dollars, but not Australian dollars, so I'm out.
the estimated current value in Australian dollars of the 30 silver coins is closest to which figure? Is it A, $500, B, $600, C, $700, D, $800?
Let me just do a quick conversion.
All right.
All right, do you all have answers?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, reveal.
B.
Okay, you have all gone B,
Ooh.
and the answer is B.
Yes. Look at us go.
When I ran
That was
Great
a
work, guys.
little multi-choice psychology.
Yes.
when I ran
Is
the
it B or
numbers
C?
when I ran the numbers yesterday, it was about $605.
There you go.
There you go.
Amazing.
Okay. Question 5. Of the extended group of disciples commissioned by Jesus in Luke 10, which is either 70 or 72, depending on which source you believe, how many of them are directly referenced in Scripture? Is it A, 0, B, 1, C, 2, D, 4?
We're saying referenced by name? Or
Referenced by name. Okay, do we all have answers?
Yes.
Alrighty, show.
Gone with B.
Okay, so Chris and Alex have gone with A. Joe has gone with B. I have 2 answers for this one.
Okay.
The technical answer is A, 0. So Chris and Alex get the points.
Thank you.
Well, I think that's all we need to know.
That's sufficient.
But
Move on.
wasn't Stephen one of them?
I would have also accepted C2 as an answer.
Well, because
Stephen and
the
who?
2 on the road to Emmaus, but they're not mentioned by
named.
name.
The 2 that I have, there's a little bit of inference in this one, so this is why I'm glad
a
that
little
no
bit
one...
of inference. That's
I'm feeling I can argue my way around here. Keep going.
This is why I'm glad no
Well,
one answered
Joe
it.
didn't get it anyway. So it doesn't-
Well, but I might disagree with him and make it 1 yet.
okay. All right.
So in Acts chapter 1,
Yes.
when they were selecting
Yes.
Judas's replacement, the criteria is set that the replacement had to have been with Jesus the entire time.
Implication
So there's-
Matthias. Yeah.
So there's an inference that
So 2.
they
So
would have
Stephen
been
and
part of the
Matthias,
70. So the names Barsabbas and Matthias
Yeah.
Right.
could be implied to have been part of the 70.
There you go.
But the actual answer is 0.
Okay. There you go.
I was thinking Stephen as well.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure.
'Cause I thought he referenced that in his sermon.
Yeah,
But
there are supposedly there are sources out there that have the list of the 70, but they're not historically accurate. So they were
same
not,
ones that name the wise men, probably.
Yeah.
probably, yeah, but they were not trustworthy sources. Alrighty.
Neither am I, as it turns
That was
out.
a slog.
So that is so we're now halfway through the quiz. That's the end of the biblical church rounds. Score update. Chris is in front on 20 points. Alex is in second on -5, and Joe catching up -10.
Yes, I'm a
Chris is actually
comeback.
positive, like by quite a way as well.
We're going to take
Well
a
done,
quick
Chris.
break here on Let's Play Difficult, and we'll be back with the secular rounds. Alrighty, we are back.
I feel like this is brutal.
The boys have taken some time to decompress after
hope
that
it's
first set of rounds.
I hope it's not so brutal listening as it is.
I know.
It may well be.
Hopefully, the final edit of this is not as brutal as it is
Snappy.
to record and
Edit
edit
out
this.
the long pauses.
Yes.
Make it sound like we are confident in not knowing the answers.
Yes. Alrighty. Let's move on to the next section, the secular rounds. So these are more niche topics designed for you as the listeners to get to know our hosts and their specialist subjects just a little bit better. Hopefully the answers are not as brutal as the last one, particularly for Joe's topic, which is grunge music of the 1990s.
Come on.
You could see that coming.
Question number 1.
There you go.
Featuring tracks such as We Die Young and Grammy-nominated Man in the Box, which album was the first from a grunge artist to be certified gold by the Recording Industry Association of America on September the 11th, 1991?
It's Alice in Chains' first album, which is Dirt's the second. The first album is I can see the cover in my head. Dang it. Facelift.
Correct.
Sorry.
Well done,
Sorry, just
Joe.
had a moment there.
Nice.
Well done. Well
Correct. There we go.
How does it feel, Joe?
Comebacks on.
So good. So good.
done. First question correct.
You got that one right.
Okay. So I'm not tied. I am tied with Alex.
You are tied with Alex.
Yes.
It's a good place to be.
You.
Yep.
Question 2. Okay. The man photographed as a naked baby swimming underwater
yes.
on the cover of Nirvana's album Nevermind filed a lawsuit against members of Nirvana, including Kurt Cobain's estate, in August 2021, claiming use of his likeness without consent, violation of federal child pornography statutes, and resulting lifelong damages. What is his name?
I mean, this is your area of expertise.
I know.
Joe.
Well, technically, this part didn't happen in the 90s, so you know.
And Pompeii
The photo.
was.
As well as Pulp Fiction.
I can't remember. I think it's Andrew something. I can't remember.
Incorrect. Gentlemen,
No.
It was
Anyone
nice
wanna-
to be tied for a moment.
anyone want to steal?
No clue.
No. Spencer Eldon.
Spencer Eldon. There you go.
I believe that.
I know what he looks like.
Yeah.
I know what he looks like as a baby.
Yeah.
Did he win the case?
They settled, I think.
Thanks for listening, Spencer.
Sorry, I forgot your name.
Question number 3. Following the success of Nevermind in 1991-1992, the Rolling Stone magazine put Nirvana on the band or the cover of its April 1992 magazine and called Seattle the new what? It's a city. The answer is a city.
It's either going to be LA or New York. So my guess is that LA or New York. So I'm going to flip the coin and go for LA.
Incorrect. Gentlemen?
Chris, are you game enough to go New York?
No.
I don't think I am either.
It may not be New York. That's just what the things that popped into
Except
my
it'd
head.
be very sad if
But
it
I
is.
wouldn't be surprised if it's actually London or something. But I know I'm not going to say it.
You're not going
I
to
think
answer?
it was off the. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
It's like Sheffield.
For those, obviously, people who are listening cannot see the clothing that I'm wearing at the moment,
I'd like to answer.
Liverpool.
but the answer is Liverpool.
There you go.
Ooh.
Okay. This is a question
Should have known.
that... So this is a question that I'm looking for a range, a decile,
Oh, okay.
but I am willing to give bonus points if you get the exact number.
Oh, goodness.
I will read the question.
Oh.
The debut single from Australian band Silverchair, Tomorrow, peaked at number 1 in the charts in Australia, New Zealand, and the US mainstream rock, following its release in September 1994. What decile, so 1 to 10, 10 to 11 to 20, etc., etc., of the 1994 Triple J Hottest 100 did Tomorrow place in? And I am willing to give bonus points, bonus 10 points, if you guess the exact place that they finished.
How does anyone know that? Do you know that?
I listened to it. I don't know it off the top of my head.
Daniel Johns, right? Is Silver
Yeah, correct. Yeah. I can't remember for the life of me. They were hazy years. 1994. I was right into the grunge scene, you see. So it's
Who
like
would have thought?
it's like if you remember being at Woodstock, you weren't at Woodstock. It's kind of the same.
Okay. Right.
I'm going to say top 10.
Correct.
I don't think it was number 1. I think it was 2 or 3 from memory, but I don't want to lose. Do I lose points for a bonus guess?
No, this is a bonus
I'm going to go
guess.
with number 2.
Incorrect. I'm willing to open up the floor for the other two to get the 10 points. It's not going to be doubled.
Out of respect to Joe, I'm not going to guess.
No.
Okay, it was 5th.
Oh, there you go.
They finished 5th.
Congratulations, Silverchair.
Well done.
There you go. I
Discovered
believe
on Unearthed, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
yes, they were.
Mm,
And they also got a bit of criticism for not being from Seattle.
correct. Well, neither the Stone Temple Pilots as
this
well.
is true. This is true.
You know.
Oh, yes. Mm.
All right, Joe, your final question.
Okay.
On November the 15th, 1992, the New York Times published an article on the success of grunge and included a list of slang words purportedly connected to the subculture of grunge in Seattle, which was later revealed to be a hoax designed to prank on the news industry's tendency to seize upon trends. According to the lexicon offered in the Times article,
I'm lost.
if someone had used the term big bag of bloatation in grunge speak, what are they taken to have said?
I use that all the time.
I suspect it's something to do with money, but I'm not sure. As someone who was living the grunge scene, we also rejected any of this.
Yes, it was fake.
I would say selling out to record labels.
Incorrect.
Good guess, though.
Good guess. Gentlemen?
No.
No.
They are taken to have said drunk.
Oh.
Okay.
Big bag of bloatation.
Yeah, no, people who were there didn't ever say that.
No,
So it's a whole lot of words just to say drunk.
yeah.
Yeah.
Again, this was a hoax against the
Was
New
that my
York
last
Times.
one?
That was your last
Oh,
one.
nothing about like Temple of the Dog or Soundgarden or anything. Like, it's devastating.
No, you only had 5 questions.
Temple
and I
of the
had
Dog
to-
sounds Ezekiel. Yeah.
Is that one of the abominations?
Might be.
Great
Alrighty, so
album too.
after that round, Chris still in front on 20, Alex on -5, Joe back down on -15.
Oh, how did that happen? I thought I got one of them right.
I'm
I
sorry,
got a
Joe.
couple of them right. Oh well,
You got some wrong
what
as
it
well.
it's brutal.
Alrighty, Chris, your topic. The 2000 film Gladiator.
I've never seen Gladiator.
Not to be specifically not to be confused with the 2024 version, which Chris has told me specifically not to ask any questions about. You can talk to him about why he has reservations.
Well,
about
I have
that.
seen, just not as many times as I've seen the
Okay,
first one.
specifically the 2000 version. Question 1. The screenplay for the film, initially written by David Franconi, was inspired by which novel written by Daniel P. Mannix?
Yeah, that seems like it's in the first article of the Wikipedia page. Kind of thing.
That's not the Wikipedia page I looked at. Is it Those Who Are About to Die?
Close enough.
Ooh, well done, Chris.
Those about to die. I will give it. I will give it.
Thank you.
That's very good. You just pulled that out of nowhere. Wow.
Well done.
I had to reach deep into the archive.
It was beautiful to watch.
Or for my research, the second paragraph of the Wikipedia article.
There you go.
All right. Question 2. During the film, Maximus gains popularity through reluctantly fighting in local tournaments after being sold to Proximo. As part of this, he earned what nickname?
Spaniard.
Correct. Disguised in a masked helmet, Maximus's debut in the Colosseum is a reenactment of which historical battle that took place in modern-day Tunisia?
Zama, the Battle of Zama.
Correct.
Wow.
Scipio Africanus
Indeed.
beating Carthage.
Yeah,
I thought that was just called the Battle of Carthage.
I would have called this a
Yeah,
Carthage.
I didn't know
turns
it
out-
was called the Battle of Zama.
Turns out Chris has watched the film.
Yeah.
He's done his research, gentlemen. He's done his research.
Well, Scipio Africanus and the Battle of Zama is not in the film, is it?
No, the reenactment is.
Yeah.
All right. Question 4. Gladiator was successful at the 73rd Academy Awards in 2001 and won awards such as Best Picture and Best Actor for Russell Crowe's performance as Maximus. How many awards in total was the film nominated for?
Nominated. Oh.
Nominated for.
Uh,
Because if I had have asked how many they won, it would have been an easier answer.
Yeah. Let's say 8.
Incorrect. Gentlemen,
I'm already losing.
I have
11.
I have no idea.
11 is also incorrect.
Dang it.
I'm not going to answer. I don't know.
Okay. The answer's 12.
Oh, that's so unlucky.
It's pretty close.
Yeah.
It's pretty close.
Didn't we argue this before? Like, he didn't get the title exactly right. Surely 11's close to 12.
Oh,
11
I'm not
and-
quite sure.
11
I got the spirit
11 and
of the
12 is
title.
like, I can't do the math on how much percent it is, but that's, yeah.
I can help you. It's one away, if that helps. Yeah.
Thanks, Alex.
Yeah, that's all
Thanks,
right.
Alex.
Just clearing that up.
All right, Chris, your final question. In 2006, Hans Zimmer, who co-composed the musical score for Gladiator, was sued for copyright infringement and was accused of copying the work from which English composer?
English composer.
English composer. I had to verify this because I couldn't believe the answer to this.
What's that guy's name?
Because I would have said it's most similar to like Holst, but I don't think he's English. I don't know. Vaughan Williams?
Incorrect. Gentlemen?
Dude, I got a weird
No.
feeling. Gustav Holst, is he somehow English
Maybe he is.
and not like Hungarian? Because I was thinking that as well, but I'm pretty sure he's not English.
That's my only guess, and I don't.
But
I
Tim
just
saying
keep
I had
losing.
to look this up to double check it makes me think. Go on, I'll go Holst.
Correct.
Oh.
Alex with the steal.
Wow.
Gustav Holst, born in Cheltenham.
Really?
Wow.
I had to look it up myself because I was
There
like,
you go.
"There's
Just
no
a
way,"
Hungarian family born in
Yeah, that
Cheltenham or
explains
something.
why the titles of his pieces
Yeah.
are all in English.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
including
yeah, true.
including
But I
the
thought
great
he- I thought-
planets.
The planets.
I,
Yeah.
thought he was an immigrant, but that's all right.
Yep. No.
There you go.
Born in England. There we go. Chris, that is your round complete. You're still in the lead on 25 points. Alex is in second on 5, and
Net
Joe
gain, not bad.
Yeah, just I'm here.
negative 20.
That's right.
It's all right, there's still time to catch up, Joe.
There's still plenty of time.
Lots of
So
steals
good.
to be had.
There's
So
two more
good.
topics. Two more topics. All right. Alex Walker, your special subject. Say it with me, everyone. Swansea City Association Football Club.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Just gonna watch the cricket.
Well, I was going to do Bon Jovi, and Tim said I shouldn't do Bon Jovi because you'd get too many of them right.
Well, I would have thought of, but like, what was the newspaper he was reading on the first stop on the Slippery When Wet tour? Like, who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I don't care what the New York Times wrote about grunge.
all right, let's go.
Okay. Question 1. The area around Swansea had traditionally been a rugby area with no notable football clubs before Swansea City was founded in the summer of 1912.
I knew that. I knew the date.
What was the original name of the club when it was founded?
Swansea Town.
Correct.
Good
Very,
start.
very non-eventful when it's just someone gets it right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're all resentful.
In
You're winning.
in the 1925-26 season, Swansea reached the semi-finals of the FA Cup for the first time, having reached the second division of the Football League for the first time the previous season. On their way to the last 4, they defeated Exeter, Watford, Blackpool, Stoke City, Millwall and Arsenal, but lost 3-0 to the eventual cup winners in the semi-final. Who did they lose to in the semi-final?
Sorry, you want me to name the 1925-26 FA Cup winners?
Oh, it's fun, isn't it, Alex?
You heard me.
That's why it's called the fun quiz, buddy.
Well,
This is the history of your beloved football
okay,
club.
can you read me the clubs they beat so I don't say any of them?
They beat Exeter, Watford, Blackpool, Stoke City, Millwall and Arsenal.
All right, who was good back then? Blackburn, Sunderland. Let's go Blackburn Rovers.
Incorrect. Gentlemen,
Ha. No.
Pass.
Pass.
pass. Bolton Wanderers,
Yeah, that's fair enough.
who
That
defeated
checks.
Wanderers.
Manchester
Yeah, we're
City in the
Wanderers.
Wow.
a result
Go
that probably they could replicate today, given although Man City did beat Leicester. So
True.
we'll
All right, can we get a more this century kind of question?
Nice
Yeah.
try, buddy.
nice try, buddy. Okay. Prior to Swansea's move to what is now known as the Swansea.com Stadium in 2005, the Swans spent the first 93 years of their history at a stadium named after which type of legume?
Do you want me to name the stadium?
Name the legume that the stadium was named after.
It's the Vetch Field.
Correct.
Is vetch a legume?
Vetch is a legume.
Well, I've lucked into a point there. But yeah, the Vetch field, yeah.
I would encourage you to read the history of your own club. It's actually a fascinating story.
That's a really subtle
Encourage
burn.
you, encourage you to,
Very subtle
encourage you to
burn.
read the history of Vetch. I'm sure
Vetch
it's
field, and then they
fascinating.
moved to the Liberty Stadium in 2005, and it became the Swansea.com in 2021.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But the history of the Vetch field is worth reading.
Okay.
Yeah. Surprised you haven't.
This is question 4. On the 30th of May 2011, Swansea became the first Welsh team to gain promotion to the Premier League since its formation in 1992 by defeating Reading 4-2 in the Championship playoff final. Following their promotion, Swansea broke their transfer record with the signing of which Watford player for approximately £3.5 million?
Which Watford player?
Which Watford player?
You can't ask him that. You have to answer that.
Give me a nationality.
No.
For half points?
No.
Watford player for $3 million in 2011. Carl Norton.
Incorrect. Floor's open, gentlemen.
Yeah,
Any
thank you.
takers?
Pass.
No. Danny Graham.
Vetchfield.
I'd never have got that.
Danny Graham.
Going to defend my lead here.
Right.
Yeah.
Final
By sitting there doing nothing.
Final question. Swansea's biggest rivals are Cardiff City, who they've played 118 competitive fixtures against and are due to meet next in Cardiff on the 18th of January 2025. I imagine you'll be watching that game.
Absolutely. I watch every game.
Absolutely. Cardiff have won 46 fixtures compared to Swansea's 43 with 29 draws. But it was Swansea who completed the double over Cardiff.
The double, thank you.
The
2 years in a row.
The league double over Cardiff for the first time in the 2021-22 season. How many goals did Swansea score without conceding across both fixtures in that season, the 2021-22 season?
The first season. Under Russell Martin.
How many goals did they score without conceding across both fixtures in that season?
Come on, Alex. Quick game's good game.
The without conceding
Yeah.
was to highlight the fact that they did it without conceding.
Obafemi scored 1. Jamal Lowe scored 2.
Champagne podcasting. Ultimate listening.
Maybe that was the season after. Ben Cabango scored a last
This is
minute
up
winner.
there with the reading of the lists, which happens on ABC Radio in Victoria at the start of every AFL season.
Joe,
where
I'm
they
trying to
just
get the
read
question
out the
right.
names of all the players
I'm
on
trying to
every
think.
team's roster.
I didn't realize they
I'm
do
pretty
that.
sure
It's
the
horrible.
problem is the season after we also won the double, and I'm getting confused with those games.
Oh,
But one of them I'm pretty sure was
It's
4-0.
terrible.
And I think the other one...
5-0.
No, 4-0.
Sure.
And then I think the other one was 1-0 or 2-0.
Which was it? Because one or two are
We
different
don't score
numbers.
that many goals, so I'm going to go conservative. We scored 5.
Incorrect. Gentlemen,
Pass.
Pass.
the answer was 7.
Oh,
Was it
fake
4 and 3?
fan,
They
fake
won-
fan.
They won 3-0 at home and they won 4-0 away.
I knew they won 4-0. I couldn't remember the other result.
Alrighty.
We were here for that bit. You couldn't remember.
Going into the final round.
Still losing. Don't
Score
worry.
update. Chris is in the lead. Chris is in the lead on 25, so could make things very interesting.
Well done, Chris.
Alex is on 0 and Joe is on -20. So
I was aiming for
So
0.
a draw is mathematically possible.
a draw is mathematically
Is it?
possible.
For you, Alex.
I mean,
You got a draw, yeah.
any outcome is still mathematically possible.
But I can lose points on this round. So
Oh, true. But
If
you're
you-
not going to...
if you
But
get-
if you both
we have
tank,
to answer.
we all have
and-
to answer.
yeah.
But
Joe still has a chance mathematically.
But guys, knowing the topic, I'm obviously not going to win this round.
All right. That topic, which you guys
Me
have had
either.
48 hours to study on, my area of expertise, which is my work, the Australian superannuation system. And before we
Next, I
start,
will read the list of players for the Brisbane Lions in 2025.
before we begin, I must offer a quick disclaimer that nothing that I'm about to say is financial advice. River Life Baptist Church does not hold an Australian financial services license. So if you do need financial advice, please go see your own financial advisor. So this will be A, B, C, or D. 5 points if you get it right. -5 points if you get it wrong.
Okay.
Question number 1 of the final round. Australia's retirement income system is based on 3 pillars: a means-tested age pension, compulsory superannuation, and voluntary savings, including home ownership. The compulsory employer contribution scheme, the compulsory superannuation part, was legislated by the government of which Prime Minister?
Oh,
Was it A, Malcolm Fraser, B, Bob Hawke, C, Paul Keating, D, John Howard? Legislated by which Prime Minister? All right, answers, gentlemen.
Paul Keating.
I put C.
The answer
Because it
is
was
C.
in
I was
1992.
going to put 92 as well.
It was
The answer is C. You're all correct.
Yes.
The idea,
That doesn't help me.
The idea was first floated
Under Hawke.
under Hawke.
I believe
but it was,
there was some regulatory moves made, but it was not legislated.
yes,
Correct.
it was legislated after Paul Keating was elected.
Okay.
Question number 2.
I'm not going to win, but I just want to get back to close to 0.
You just want to get to 0. All right. Question 2. The Australian Retirement Trust was founded in 2022 following the merger between Sunsuper and QSuper, the largest superannuation fund merger in Australian history. Since then, the fund has completed a number of additional mergers with smaller superannuation funds. Which of the following superannuation funds have not completed or are not in the process of completing a merger with Australian Retirement Trust? Is it A, the Australia Post Superannuation Scheme, B, Commonwealth Bank Group Super, C, Qantas Super, or D, Club Plus Super?
Should we go different answers for fun?
I don't know. I think we might have different definitions of fun.
All right. Have you all got answers? All right.
Yes.
Show us your answers.
I'm going to B.
Okay.
Come back.
We've all gone B.
You have all gone B. The answer is D, Club Plus Super.
There you go.
Stupid club.
Never heard
So-
of it.
Taking my money out.
Australia Post Super and Commonwealth Bank Super have merged with Australian Retirement Trust. Qantas Super is in the process of merging with Australian Retirement Trust. Club Plus Super merged with Australian Super.
I suddenly regret giving up my Fin subscription, but yeah.
Question number 3. The concessional contributions cap is a limit of the amount of money contributed to super each year before any tax is applied, including any payments made by your employer. This cap can be indexed annually in line with which economic indicator? Is it A, a WATI, the average weekly ordinary time earnings? Is it B, CPI, Consumer Price Index, commonly known as inflation? C, the RBA cash rate? Or D, GDP, gross domestic product?
The irony is that when I did economics at high school, super is only just being voted in.
But you've been working ever since.
I have. And I think I know, but I don't know.
All right. Do we all have answers? All righty. Show us your answers.
I've gone with B, inflation.
I don't remember what A is, but I've gone with A.
A has gone.
Weekly average
Alex has
earnings.
gone with a WATI. Chris and Joe have
what?
gone with CPI.
Weekly average earnings,
Oh,
essentially.
okay.
Yeah.
Yep. It's an acronym.
Income, yeah.
The answer is A, a WATI.
Hey, Alex!
There
Well
you go.
done.
You guys need to get up to date with your superannuation knowledge.
Yeah, well.
CPI is
WATI.
used to index the amount of funds that can be transferred into pension phase when you
Oh,
retire.
pension. Okay.
Yes.
Oh,
Common mistake, though.
Common-
Yeah.
common
Which I'm
mistake.
much closer than the rest of you.
We've
Common
all
mistake.
been there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Question number 4. In 2023, the Australian government proposed legislation which would introduce an additional tax on superannuation balances above $3 million. Legislation which at the time of recording has not passed. Which new division is proposed to be included into the Income Tax Assessment Act 1997 as part of this legislation? A 291, B 293, C 296, or D 298?
I've got C.
I've gone with D.
I've gone with B.
Okay, you've all gone different answers.
Hopefully one of us is right.
The answer is A.
The correct answer is C, 296.
We haven't had a D yet. I was just rolling the dice.
I thought we hadn't had a C yet. That's why I
D-
went C.
No, we all got C for the first one.
Oh, did we?
It was yeah.
There was a D there.
Yeah.
There
D was the second
yeah.
question.
Andrew.
Andrew, like ages ago.
Yeah, the Bible one.
Yes. Division 298 for the record does not exist.
Yeah, well, obviously.
Who put
it's
that
a
one?
trick.
Who
I was
put that
just
one?
playing a joke
What
on
a
you
silly
all.
Billy.
Yes. How's your waddy, Alex?
Okay.
Got me 5 points.
The final question.
So what's the score?
The scores going into the final question.
Yeah,
Chris is in the lead on 15. Alex is on 10.
I'm only on 10. I've got the last 3 right.
And Joe is on
Lots
Yeah, but if you got one wrong, then you
Negative
go
30.
backwards, so.
So,
But should
Joe,
I be... What
Joe,
did I
thanks for
I
playing.
started on 0, didn't I?
So
Yeah.
if we both get this one right, I win. If I get it wrong though, and you get it wrong, then it's no. Then
No,
we
then
both lose.
you still win.
So
So
there's no hope of a tie. At this
Chris,
point.
No,
you-
no.
it's
Chris-
either you win or I
Alex
win.
wins.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it's more likely you'll win.
Okay. In order to access preserved superannuation benefits, a person must meet what is known as a condition of release. Which of the following is not a condition of release? A. Death. B. Reaching age 67. C. Ceasing an employment arrangement on or after age 60. D. Permanent incapacitation.
For the record, I've already put my answer down. I think I know this one. But I've been proven wrong by my minus 30.
I'm stuck between two.
I don't care.
I have a chance to win, Joe, okay? Some of us still have hope.
Please see my previous answer.
All right, Joe, why don't you reveal first? Because
I don't know.
nothing you
Has
do
Chris
matters
written his?
anymore.
Yeah.
Has everyone written their answers?
I will go with
Okay,
B
reveal.
because that's for pension, not for superannuation.
Oh, dear.
67.
Chris, Alex?
Death.
We both got A.
The answer is B.
Yeah,
Well
there
done,
you go.
Joe.
I researched that bit.
Because
60 currently is as long as you're born before
I knew
the
it
1st of
changed
July
to 67,
1964.
but I don't know the semantics of the difference and stuff.
technically,
Yeah.
also
But it's currently being
technically not.
staged. Yeah,
So when you hit 60, you have to either cease an employment arrangement or retire.
correct.
When you hit 65, you can access your super, as opposed to 67. 67 is
the pension age.
the pension age.
And I heard also podcasts are the winner.
Podcasts are the winner.
Well done, Joe.
So, final scores. In third place, negative 25 points.
See, yep, there you go.
Say with me, Joe.
Joe.
In second place on 5 points, Alex. Woo. And
Positive points, baby.
That's
In
what I
first-
said.
There it is.
That's what I wanted.
Well done.
in first place, taking home some gift that I haven't.
You've won a whiteboard.
Dignity and pride.
You've won dignity
Yeah.
and pride for winning
Yeah.
Let's Play Difficult on 10 points. Chris Knott.
Congratulations, Chris.
Thank you. I shall be making this.
And with that, we're going to take a quick break and we will come back and talk 2025. Alrighty, that was a fun little bit of enjoyment. I know Joe was talking off air
So what
about
we're
how
calling it?
humiliated he was.
Look, it's just good for my Christ-like character to be humbled.
Yes.
And Joe, I know you're really good at the grunge scene and things like that. So
That's good.
yeah.
In the words of the great Erling Haaland, stay
Not so
humble.
good at
eh?
revivals.
No.
All right, let's
Yeah, let's talk about that.
let's circle around something that we all are happy to talk about. Next year, 2025, what's the plan? Can we give away anything of what we're doing, or are we just saying find out when it happens?
Joe's pointing at us, but it's kind of your big idea.
Well, just the whole thing. Kind of.
Newsflash, Joe invented this.
Not really.
Joe is Bible Streams.
No, not at all. Well, one of the things we want to kick off the year, if you've picked up, we've been like on a rolling kind of topic schedule. So we will generally do some combination of an Old Testament book, a New Testament book, and a theological topic in some kind of rotation. So we've just done those. We did New Testament, Old Testament, and theology. So we are due for a New Testament book. And so having been checking the stats of River Life's Bible reading habits and right now media watching habits, I've noticed there's been quite an interest in the book of Revelation. So we are going to first up in the year jump into the book of Revelation. So
Revelation.
We'll be starting somewhere, hopefully in the month of February is the plan.
If we say we hold ourselves
I'm
accountable
putting everyone
to it.
on
Yeah,
notice
yeah,
because
yeah.
I'm good to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I feel like
I could do a difficult quiz on that.
I'm more confident now, having
I
just
couldn't.
done the devotions. I mean,
Yeah, that's true,
We
yeah.
did.
We
We
did
did the
some
last two on
Revelation
Revelation, so
Wednesday.
you know,
That's true. Yeah.
we'll get there.
And the first few chapters of Revelation is, yeah, we can do that.
But plenty of opportunity to come into conflict if we must.
Correct. Well, you know, we had so
Yes.
much fun disagreeing in the last
We
series.
relish it. So yeah.
Yes.
So we'll start there.
And obviously,
then-
that's such a big book. That could
Yep.
take the entire year.
No, my hope is that we can also pull in an Old Testament book towards the end of the year, something a little bit shorter. But what that will be is still in the planning phase. But yes,
Have we done all the minor prophets?
We
already?
have.
Yes.
We have. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes,
We did-
you can go listen
we
to
did
them.
12.
So those
You
are a
and I
lot of
did
the
them, in
short
fact.
ones. No, that was
No,
Scott.
it was
Was it Scott, was it?
Yeah, that's why I was asked. if-
Interchangeable co-hosts. Yeah.
Yeah. Do I need to remind you of the quiz score?
No, we did the Megalod, didn't we?
Yeah,
we did the
Yes.
Megalod, yeah.
And
Yeah.
Chris was here for that.
Yeah.
That was.
Yeah.
That was my idea.
It was.
Okay. Well, we'll have to pick one of the other shorter books.
Yes, definitely.
Yep. And obviously, if there are
Isaiah
guests,
or something.
there'll most likely be guests that we bring in as part of that.
Quite probably.
I imagine there'll be some experts
Yes.
who
And if we get some books to review, we may review some books.
Yes.
Between the Lines, we'll come back. Yeah.
Between
Yes,
the Lines, yes.
definitely. That'll be up.
Yes, coming
for,
back in 2025. Stay tuned. Between the Lines.
Yes.
Well, we'll see what happens with that. Also, if you decide that the Bible Streams content throughout 2024 was not enough listening for you, we also have another podcast that we launched this year. This is definitely segueing to something extra. The Priest, Praise, and Prayer podcast. Try saying that 5 times quickly. Alex, do you want to talk about that?
That's why we called it that.
Because you were on that podcast. You were robbed from us to go and do that.
He was
I'm still here.
released with blessing.
I was loaned
Released
out.
with blessing.
Yeah.
Sent out on loan.
Yeah. I will still be here for both, of course. But we're a podcast, myself and our worship pastor, Nick Riddell, and we talk about priests, praise, and prayer. So it's focused on worship and what that looks like biblically, but also in our everyday lives and in our church service on a Sunday or through your week as you worship. And it's meant to be pretty honest conversations, tackling any hard conversations we might be having or any things we struggle with in worship and things like that. So definitely come have a listen. We've already got 10 episodes out now, and we're planning on releasing more next year.
Yes, I was going to ask that. We are looking at a
Yes,
season 2
absolutely.
in 2025.
Yeah, we've already
Fantastic.
got plans. So
Great.
come tune in.
I'm sure they'll come across my desk at some point to edit. Alrighty. Any last thoughts on the year 2024 or 2025?
No last thoughts on 25 yet. But as always, thank you to
Well
you,
said.
Timothy, for all your hard
Thank
work.
you, Tim.
Thank you,
Appreciate you. Most people don't know, but we always start our recordings with a greeting to Tim.
Greeting, ballad, love letter,
All sorts
somewhere
of
in
things.
between.
Which I'm sure you've already heard a few of in some of the highlight reels. So, that's good. But thank you, Tim. Appreciate all your hard work, all that you do behind the scenes to make all this work. It's a little applause for you.
Thank you, gentlemen.
You can insert your own applause track there.
Yeah, the loudest one of the whole podcast.
Yeah, Tim, put that in post.
Yeah.
Alrighty, gentlemen, that is all we have time for today on this final episode of Bible Streams for 2024. As always, you can find us on socials, on Facebook, on Instagram, on X.
Not on Blue Sky.
Not on Blue Sky.
Not yet.
Not yet. You can also email us, podcast@riverlifechurch.org.au with your questions, with your suggestions for further episodes of Between the Lines. Also, if there are books of the Bible or theology subjects that you want us to look into, obviously, first bit of 2025, it's going to be squarely on the book of Revelation. So look forward to that when that drops. Hopefully in February. We're aiming for February. We've got ourselves accountable for February now.
That. No.
Yeah.
No,
that
that's why
was
I had to
Joe's
say
decision.
it. Yeah,
Joe
yeah.
had to say
It'll just be me, if nothing else.
So look forward to Joe doing a solo project on the book of Revelation.
Bring it on to music.
Otherwise,
to 90s grunge style music.
90s grunge style.
Mostly
music.
Alice in Chains, because that's allegedly the only ones I know about.
That's the only one. No. You knew so much.
That's true. Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, we're going to leave it there. I'm going to do what is the obligatory tradition at this point and leave you with a blooper reel to sign off the year. We will see you in 2025. Enjoy your New Year break.
Show us the correct atonement model.
All right.
And let it be Ricky.
That'll be one that Alex can say.
Let's cut that out, Tim.
None of this is going in.
Yeah.
It better not, Tim.
Yeah. You don't want to getting out that you're not contrarian anymore.
I want to be known
You're
for being
ruining
a
your
Well,
persona.
yeah, that's
your
it.
online influence.
I need to
persona's
maintain that
gone.
mystery.
I'd like to be on the record as contrarian, if that's okay.
I disagree.
Okay.
I'm good. I don't have the quote.
You
I
don't
know
have
the
the
quote.
quote.
I don't know the.
Okay. So
Okay.
you'll misquote it and
No, I'll
probably
just-
misattribute it.
I'll
Yeah.
just not attribute
That's
it.
fine.
I have heard it said.
I have heard it
I've
said.
heard it said
Wow.
by someone.
Really,
I'll call it.
really robust academic standards here on this podcast.
Well, I went to Fuller, so again, it's that's fine by me.
Do they send you the your testimony to print out yourself?
Yeah. You can just do it at any point in your degree. Yeah.
Any random can present it to you on the street somewhere.
Yeah.
It's got a little seal on it done in Microsoft Paint.
Yeah.
Great. All right.
I did this to myself.
That one's going in the bleepers.
Yeah.
Welcome back to another episode of Bible Streams. We are a podcast out of River Lice. River Lice.
There you go, Tim.
We were just talking,
ask and you
Coming
shall
to a
receive.
school near you.
talking about the quality of the local water here. But anyway,
I don't think lice can live in it.
too harsh. They love a clean environment.
They do.
Yeah.
No, Alex is here.
Is anyone listening anymore? There's no way.
Hey, this has only been going for an hour and 20.
Really?
Yeah.
With all of the pauses, we'll get that down to about 6 minutes.
Yeah.